The name Tupac Shakur equals 139, just like Freemasonry the big way. Remember in the beginning we talked about a Freemasonry the small way equals 58. Michael Jackson born in the year 58 in a town with 58 gematria. Anyhow, Tupac died September 13th, which can be written 13/9, just like his name, 139. This image has been put out many times of Tupac. A lot of people have said, there's something really up with this image. Suge Knight showing driving a car that has no keys in the ignition. Also, Tupac was shot on September 7th. This image is from September 8th, 96. You could argue that the camera that took the picture had the wrong date, and that's why. But I think it's something greater, Truth Seeker. That date showing 9/8/96 is a date with 113 numerology. The number so often coded into lies. Mainstream and dishonest equal 113. So does Scottish, as in Scottish Rite Freemasonry, the most corrupt branch of Freemasonry, the branch that dominates this earth. He also died in the year 96. Freemason equals 96. Satanism equals 96. The date shown is also a date with 42 numerology. I'm pretty sure they wanted to code all of these numbers, these routine numbers in the deaths of black Americans. Also, Tupac's mother, Truth Seeker, Afeni Shakur, his mother, Afeni Shakur, has name gematria of 113. And if you look at her story, it is a story coded by the numbers. She was charged as a member of the Black Panthers with 156 felony charges. Remember, this is the number significant to Michael Jackson's death. She was born on January 22nd when Black Panther Party in Jewish Gematria, the acronym, has 122 coding. The Black Panthers were started in the year 66. Michael Jackson died 66 days before his birthday. Huey P. Newton, the leader, having this similar coding within his name. His mother and the Panthers Party was charged on April 2nd, 4-2. Remember, 42 equals nigger. We're talking about the Black Panther Party. Charged on this date with 156 counts. You see what's going on here, Truth Seeker? And what I am sharing with you is the research of someone who found my work and helped take it to the next level. Just like you watching right now, I want you to take this research and help take it to the next level as well. This is real knowledge, this is real information, this is really going on. If you use these skills to study, you can learn a lot about history and what's going on in this world. So that we just talked about the tie-ins with Tupac and Biggie. In Dick Gregory's speech, he said that Tupac was killed in his own car by his own people. That might be true, but even if his own people killed him, they're working under the orders of these Masons and Zionists who waged this sickness by the numbers. Dick Gregory also in this interview blames it all on the white man, which he routinely does, and I forgive him for that. I don't know if he's purposefully spewing misinformation or if it's because he's also a victim of all the wrong programming. There are a lot of racist, ignorant white people in this world, but it is not the white people who have the capability of doing this, and it is not white people who abide by the Gematria Code. It is Jewish people, and I'm not blaming all Jews, but I am blaming the Jews that run the record studios, and the sports leagues, and the governments, and Hollywood, and the news media. They are the Zionist Jews, the false Jews, the synagogue of Satan as referenced in the Bible. These people think that they are better than all other people on this earth, and they seem to have the most hatred for black people. And what kills me is so many black people who have a voice that gets heard, they routinely equate their suffering with the Jewish suffering, which is a bullshit story in the first place. There was no Holocaust. That is a lie, contrived for part of an agenda. Black suffering is real. The Jewish suffering that is taught is part of the lies for false sympathy for the wrongdoers. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, which is the truth. If you doubt what I just said, watch my work. I've proven it in the same way I'm proving this. Michael Jackson's ceremony was on 7/7. The word Judaism equals 77. The American meridian is the 77th meridian. If you read Jewish history, they are proud to admit that it was Jewish bankers who financed the American Revolutionary War, and without the Jews, there would be no America, which is true. This is a Jewish, Zionist, Freemason creation we live in. This date of the ceremony is also a date with 23 numerology. Think about the initials MJ for Michael Jackson, 13 plus 10, 23. Think about Michael Jordan, who wore 23. There was a time when MJs were dominating the earth. Michael Jackson's ceremony would be July 7th, but they wouldn't bury his casket until September 3rd in Glendale, California. 9-3, that number that shows up again and again in Black tragedy. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X connected to that date or that number through death. So is Rosa Parks and a number of other famous Black Americans. Also, Truth Seeker, realizing that Glendale is where this cemetery is, if you saw the recent story about the body that ended up on a freeway sign in Glendale, Arizona, that supposedly flew out the back of a window in a car crash and landed 20 feet above the freeway, now that I realize this cemetery's in Glendale, I'm starting to think that the sick jokers who run the media, who control the police departments, I'm starting to think they put a real corpse up there as part of a sick joke. Because I know for a fact that no way did a body fly out the back window of a car and land on the top of a freeway sign. Please keep that in mind as you think about the type of world we live in and the type of information we're presented with. We're given stories that are that much bullshit. A car accident, a rear ending where supposedly a body flew out the back of the car and landed on top of a freeway sign 20 feet in the air. If you didn't see that story, check it out. I have a video on that as well. It is a complete joke. The numbers reported for how many people viewed this funeral are astounding. Of course, Michael Jackson, one of the most loved and celebrated people on the earth. Here it says 35 million. Here they say that some sources even reported 2.5 billion. I'm pretty sure that's not true. That's more than a third of the Earth's population. I don't even think that many people have televisions. But think about how much money was made off of the advertising from this event. The sick gang benefits by making money off killing people, which is the point Dick Gregory made. Buried on 9/3. Doing everything by the numbers. So now let's get to the trial of Conrad Murray, the man accused of killing him, manslaughter with the bad drug concoction. His name in Pythagorean gematria, Conrad Robert Murray, 28, 33, 33, the numbers that connect to 156. In simple English gematria, Conrad 55, the number for Satan, how old the hospital was, established in the year 55 where he was pronounced dead. Robert, 78. Remember, record speed at 78. Record spin at 78 revolutions per minute. Murray, 96, the number connected to Freemason. The judge for his trial was named Judge Michael Pastor. A Michael for the Michael Jackson related trial. Notice the simple English gematria, 187, which is the homicide code for police. 187 is the homicide code in California for police. The small way his name sums to 79, like the word murder. The trial began September 27, 2011. This is a date with 47 numerology. 47 numerology. The word judge equals 47, gavel 47, obey 47, authority 47. A favorite number of the Zionists, Israel established in 47. The word jury equals 74, Truth Seeker. No coincidence it started that date. Doing the whole thing by the numbers. That's how these people operate. He would be charged with manslaughter. He was sentenced on November 29th, 2011. This is the 333rd day of the year. This is the date that the Zionist state of Israel was recognized by the United Nations with a 33-member vote in the year 47, November 29th, 1947. Notice that this is a span of 888 days after Michael Jackson's death is the day he gets sentenced. I bet you this guy never served a day in prison. They say he was released early, but I bet you it's all bullshit. They say he was released October 28th, 2013 for good behavior. This is a date with 51 numerology like conspiracy, also like the name Michael. A span of 1 year and 11 months, a span of 888 days on the 333rd day. They love these duplicates and triplicates of numbers. This is a numerology practice. CNN adding insult to injury. May 9th, 2013 puts out this article, Michael Jackson days before death. God keeps talking to me. Remember we talked about the connections to God. Michael Jackson equals 61, the God number in Jewish gematria. Died 156 days after the inauguration, the God number in English gematria. Notice that this came out on May 9th, 5-9. This number negatively stamped on black Americans. The kill number in Jewish gematria. Negro slave blues. I should have mentioned that the name Tiger equals 59. In Tiger Woods' history, he shot his worst ever career game on May 9th. No coincidence. With regards to the kill number also being connected to 44, Michael Jackson died of a medicine overdose, supposedly. Medicine has that gematria of 44. MD breaks down to 44. You're listening to the voice of someone who does not trust Western medicine. I think the keys to good health are exercise, good diet, and having a healthy social life. I think a lot of these pharmaceutical drugs, they do more harm than good. I think most people should tune out Western medicine. And I don't think it's any coincidence that medicine equals 44. Cancer equals 44. Chemo equals 44. Kill equals 44. Whole lot of 44 in Western medicine. So we pretty much talked about it all, Truth Seeker. Again, I hope Dick Gregory finds this information. I hope he learns this skill. Could really complement what he's already preaching. If I didn't say so already, Whitney Houston's birthday was August 9th, the day that leaves 144 days remaining, that number connected to assassination. Her daughter would die 144 days after her 22nd birthday. In Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, the final book, the numbers 144 and 666 are used. Revelation has 22 chapters in it. Her daughter died 144 days after her 22nd birthday. If you take the time to count the first 144 decimal points of pi, if you sum all 144 digits, it sums to 666. And if you can believe it, 666 is said to be the number for Mark of the Beast. Mark of the Beast itself has a gematria of 144. So this language of numbers, them coding into deaths, it's deep, it's old, it's based in real-world mathematics, and it's going to keep going on until these people are finally exposed and brought to justice, which needs to be done for Michael Jackson and the thousands of other people who have died because of this gang for their evil ways. So R.I.P. Michael Jackson. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Until next time, Truth Seeker.